In America, politics doesn't really break down as left versus right. It breaks down as top versus bottom. The AmeriCANS versus the AmeriCONS. And once you see that, Washington starts making a lot more sense. Take universal background checks for gun purchases. Nearly 90% of Americans support them, including about 80% of Republicans and almost 90% of Democrats. Yet Congress still can't pass it. Why? Because the gun industry and groups like the National Rifle Association spend millions backing lawmakers who block it. When working people and wealthy donors disagree, Congress listens to the donors. Or look at the push to let Medicare negotiate drug prices with its huge purchasing power. Around 80% of Americans support it across party lines. For decades, it went nowhere because the pharmaceutical industry, led by the Pharmaceutical Research and Manufacturers of America, spends hundreds of millions lobbying Congress and donating to both parties, especially the lawmakers writing healthcare policy. How about raising the minimum wage? About 2/3 of Americans support a $15 minimum wage, including nearly half of Republican voters. Still hasn't passed. That's because big corporations and business groups, backed by the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, fund campaigns to make sure it doesn't. And closing tax loopholes for corporations and the wealthy, over 70% of Americans want that. Yet Wall Street and the finance industry are the largest donors in American politics. Those loopholes stay open and enforcement stays weak. So here's the real divide. When the bottom wants something, it polls well and dies quietly in committee. When the top wants something, Congress finds a way. When the bottom does, Congress finds excuses. Americans believe democracy should work for the many, not the money. Americans believe the system works just fine as long as the checks keep clearing. So which one are you? Are you an American or an AmeriCon? Like, comment, share, and subscribe.